Despite living in a digital age where your biometric data is more important than your actual self, our lives are still ruled by paper. Whether it be forms, banknotes, or a passport, there comes a point where paper becomes the final proof of compliance. For those that think that living in a digital age has made paper meaningless, their reality check will be as painful as a paper cut. Disasters are great equalizers. When it strikes, whether through a natural event or a human-induced event, disasters can rip through everyone almost equally regardless of their social standing, economic strength, and demographic. In most cases, when a disaster occurs, everything that used to be normal will now no longer be so. A good prepper plans for the worst type of disaster simply to merge what used to be normal with a new self-created normal, and then extend this new merged normal beyond the prevailing chaos. A critical element of preparedness planning is the anticipation that everything that used to be digital is no more. And that will include your smartphone, your tablet, and that central shadowy repository that stored all your personal data. They are all now inaccessible, useless, and probably inoperable. You must accept that, eventually, your life comes down to a piece of paper. Having the right piece of paper can make a difference in post-disaster situations. Whether it is a police, military, or civilian militia checkpoint, or at an evacuation center, or emergency field hospital, being able to produce the right piece of paper could be the difference between detention or free passage, or the difference between life or death. As part of your safeguard on your path to emergency preparedness, you must get your paperwork in order. You may have a good filing system at home, but in an emergency where you may have to bug out, this will not be the time to go look for documentation. Remember the 3-second rule. So, what do you have to do? You need to assemble all the necessary and critical information about yourself and the members of your family. Where necessary, make sure that any copy of any document and any form of identification is a certified copy. Begin with your family identification documents, which will include, amongst others, official identity documents, birth certificates, passports, driver's licenses, marriage or divorce certificates, and child custody papers where relevant. If you have pets, make sure you include pet identification and vaccination records. Next, gather your financial and legal documentation. These are documents that can provide proof of ownership and entitlement, and which can be used to verify and confirm your rights of claim and assistance. Such documents will include vehicle registration papers, homeowner documents, financial statements, estate planning documents, such as title deeds and wills, insurance policies, and confirmation of income-related documents. Then, assemble medical information. These are the documents that you would need to access medical care, as well as confirmation of the medication that may be on your person. Such documents will include medical cover confirmation, list of medications, immunizations, prescriptions, any disability documentation, and contact information for doctors and specialists, and if you have pets, the contact information for veterinarians. You will need to compile a health history profile for each member of your family. This will include information such as blood group, history of surgeries, any chronic or other diagnosed illnesses, any current prescriptions, allergies, and any other medical issues that may be relevant. If you have any metal implants in your body, and an X-ray to back this up, keep this X-ray in this bundle as it may save you a lot of future trouble. The next important piece of paper will be a full-color copy set of recent passport photos. This must be done for the entire family. The photos will assist in emergency processing of temporary identity documentation, and can be used in the event a search must be conducted for members of the family, should you all become separated. The number of photos per person must consider the total number of family members in your household. That is, if you have 4 family members in your household, including yourself, then you should have at least 5 copies of photos of yourself where you keep 2 copies for yourself, and then give the remaining 3 to each other family member, for them to keep in their individual personal packs. If you are a firearm owner, either make certified copies, or obtain an official copy of your license. This will be important not only to prove that you are a legal firearm owner, but also to prove that whatever ammunition you may be carrying or storing is within your legal entitlement. Remember, during a disaster, the government can easily declare martial law and find any excuse to classify you as a threat, unless you can prove otherwise at the point of contact. Create a family detail list containing contact information, including social media handles and email addresses of each member. This list will also include emergency contact details for doctors, police, hospitals, and if you have pets, the contact details for their veterinarian. This list will also include the contact details for the point person, which we will cover in a next video. Each family member should have a copy of this list. Working on the possibility that digital maps won't be accessible, you must make hard copies of maps. Ensure that they cover your immediate area and major and secondary routes out of your area. Highlight evacuation routes and indicate directions. Other than routes, these maps should detail the hospitals, police stations, train stations, airfields, and other essential locations that will assist in getting help, getting away, or getting to your bug-out location. Again, each member of your family must have copies of these maps. Then, there is that last bit of paper, usually multicolored and hard to get. Money. That banknote with someone else's face on it could, in certain circumstances, be more important than the document with your face on it. During a crisis, the last place you want to be is in front of an ATM. Other than making yourself a target, chances are that the ATM will not work, or the government has frozen all cash withdrawals. You can decide how much cash each personal pack must contain, but, whatever the amount, it should be an amount that will assist in survivability, that is, whether for buying food, fuel, or a transport ticket, or even in situations where you must use it to gain an immediate escape benefit. You should try and have a range of denominations, and if you can, vacuum seal the cash into portions. This not only will weather protect the cash, but will also allow for quick hiding away of the vacuum sealed portions, whether on your body, or in an outside hiding place for later retrieval. So, what do you do with all this paper you have assembled? Other than the everyday carry documents, bundle all your paperwork into personal paper packs for each family member. These packs should then be kept in a waterproof resealable pouch, and stored inside each family member's personal tactical sling carry bag or fanny pack. Choose durable ripstop material for your tactical sling bag or fanny pack, as it will contain your vital survival elements. Inside each pack, include a permanent marker, ballpoint pen, pencil, colored chalk, notepad, whistle, and compass. Remember, a good prepper starts preparing with the end in mind. Whilst you may be thinking prepping is just about stockpiling of food, water, and other survival tools, prepping actually starts with the basics. Gathering your personal paperwork is a key component of the basics. During a crisis, if you are left without a means to identify yourself, claim rights over what is yours, or being unable to prove a medical condition, or being unable to flash the cash in that immediate aftermath, you could find yourself in a situation that could make you and your family more vulnerable.
Subscribe to the South African Prepper. Like and share our videos to other South Africans, since we are all in this together. Here you get real information and fact-based insights. We don't do opinion or BS. Preparedness is not a hobby, it is a way of life that could save your life.